I love
big
the question
takeaways.
about becoming a millionaire. A 23-year-old who wants to be a millionaire, and I loved giving the advice that, hey man, it takes time. And if you rush, you make a mistake. If you're running a mile-long race and you sprint for the first 100 yards, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So take a little pressure off yourself and really figure out what you love. If real estate is what you love, then you're in good company. There's a lot of us out there that feel that way. But especially in real estate, if you want to be a millionaire, figure it's going to take you a couple of decades and, work hard to save the money to do it, and just be patient. So Richie Rand, my dad's younger brother, awesome dude, becomes a fireman in Staten Island. He was a lieutenant by the time he retired. So now he is retired. He's in Fort Myers in a neighborhood where his neighbor across the street this way is a guy that owns like 30 diamond and jewelry stores. Over here, doctor. Over here, business owner. A block and a half away, Cliff Williams, the bassist for AC/DC. And there he is right in the middle. And how did a Staten Island fireman end up in that neighborhood? Answer, he bought real estate in Staten Island and Brooklyn. And then over time, these guys retire in their 40s, and so he ended up being able to focus his energy on that all the way through, and now he's sitting pretty, living amongst people that you assume live in neighborhoods with lifestyles like that, and you assume that a fireman who went for the adventure, whatever he gets out of saving people's lives, he was forsaking a comfortable retirement, and he got more than that, and he did it in Staten Island and Brooklyn. So do that, buy and hold. I come from a family where my grandparents were immigrants from Italy and from Ireland. If there was such a thing as a line chart that you could look at of your family and how well they were doing, my family, if you saw this straight line, you'd see it pop back in the late 30s into 40s, because that's when that generation came here. But here was like kids getting on a boat and traveling across the sea to a place they'd never been to before. How many stories have you heard? People have $6 in their pocket, and yet they came, and the result was our entire family bloodline was elevated as a result of that. I can't do that, I'm already here, but what I can do is accumulate a quality portfolio of real estate so that hopefully someday if there's a line chart of my family, it pops in the 30s and 40s, then it pops again in the the turn of the century because of the contribution that I make of setting everybody else up in the future with a big position of American real estate. So that's what I dream about. That's what I focus my energies on. I'm buying properties all the time. I'm excited for you, the ones that are graduating college and high school this month. I did poorly in school. I love the fact that that's cool now. The biggest gift an early boss can give you is to give you responsibility even though you've never done something before. Straight commission is a way of doing the work for free thing without actually working for free. Like I came out, I was selling mortgages, I loved it. The first 6 months I made zero. Second 6 months I made $28,000, like it was yesterday, I remember this. Now a good friend of mine who was the A student, that was his salary. So it was a meaningful number because he got the big coveted job. He was making 28K back then. I made 28K, earned it all in the second 6 months of the year, and then made 98 the next year. Blew him away because I was working without a net. And it occurs to me that that's entrepreneurship. You're an entrepreneur, you own your own business. If you build a clientele, you bring it with you if you want to go someplace else with it. Everybody has two voices in their head, right? You're awesome, you suck. You can, you can't, right? I love you, F you, right? Everybody's got two voices. You could look at them as, visualize the angel and the devil, right? We all have the capacity to be a winner. We all have the capacity to be a loser. And those two forces are in our heads, some more than others. What I found years and years ago is that I had the capacity, and everybody does, but I had the capacity being in a sales leadership role to break the tie, okay? To literally be on the side of the angel and say, you can. I see something in you. I am paid to see something in people, and I see something in you, right? I've said that to people. Like, I get paid the big bucks to figure out who's got the star power and who doesn't, and to attract the people with the star power, and I see it in you. And you think about like somebody who's pursuing their version of greatness, right? You know what I think is greatness? I think greatness is being an entrepreneurial success and having the kids in your life see you do it. Witness it, come away with a unshakable belief that it is possible. Anything is possible. Just look what mom or dad did right before my eyes. I witnessed that. My mom started a real estate company. My mom was a success. And it always seemed possible to me because of that.